I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we delve into the captivating world of Richard Danks and his wonderful book. It is called Just One Toss of a Coin, Determined My Destiny, and Can Unlock the Secret of Your Destiny. This intriguing memoir takes readers on a global journey, revealing how a single coin toss can shape the course of a life. Richard's story is a testament to the power of choice and the unexpected paths it can lead us down. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are beneath this interview. Richard, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful having you on the show. This is a very inspired book. It tells the story of your life, and there are lessons here to be learned for the masses who do read it. Let's start with the title, however, Just One Toss of a Coin. Did a coin toss actually shape your life, or is this a metaphor?
It most certainly did. If you can give me 2 minutes, I will share what happened. I was going to dances to find a partner. I went twice. The third time, I never had enough money. And I had to decide, do I stay or not? And I stayed, and I lifted some weights. And as I was lifting weights, exercising, I was sweating. So I decided to go to the cupboard to get a hanky. Under the hanky was a coin, enough to get in the dance. It was very, very late. Shall I go or shan't I? Heads I go, tails I don't. And very briefly, it came up heads, which determined my whole life. If that had come up tails, I would have stayed there. I would not have met my wife. I would not have had many children, grandchildren. I would not have gone to Australia. So one toss of the coin determined my life. And that's a very unique story of my meeting of my wife. It's in
Wonderful.
chapter 1, incidentally.
Absolutely. And you and your beautiful wife are on the cover of the book as well, right?
That's correct,
That's
yes.
great. That's great. So it is amazing how chance, fate, can take a
Yes,
role in shaping our future. Like you said, had you not gone to that dance that night, you never would have met your beautiful wife. You never would have had your children, and you would never have experienced the life, wonderful life
exactly.
you did experience. Let's give the folks at home an overview of the book. Tell them what the book is about.
The book is about 4 areas. Quickly. The first area is meeting my wife. It's a unique story, and that is in chapter 1. The other 3 areas, the first one relates to places, places like where I worked as a funeral director, places where I stayed on an Aboriginal camp for 1 year. Both of those were 1 year stays. Another place is in China. So I traveled around. The first part of the book is, or the story, is the places I went to. The second part is the characters I met. One character was the witch doctor of the Aboriginals. I got to know him very well. Another character was a high commissioner for Ghana. Wonderful story that is for those who read it. And the third story I like to call, or the third person, is the persistent prostitute. And that's a story you must read. And finally, is the humor. The book is filled with humor, and the humor and laughs in the book come in the midst of difficulties and trying times. And the humor comes and strengthens me and gives me resilience to carry on. So that's very brief, the areas of the book in those 4 categories.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a great overview. We appreciate that. Your title talks about how a coin toss can shape the course of a life, of course.
Yes.
And it says you can unlock secrets of your destiny, folks like me and you. How do you feel like folks in like me and the viewers out there and the readers out there can unlock the secret of their destinies?
Well, that's a good question because you're using the word secret. You won't want to read the book, but let me give you a clue.
That's true. That's true.
The clue
Yeah.
is that we 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 look at our successes and we learn from our successes, and from our successes determines our decisions, and our decisions determine our destiny. So it's a pattern. Our secrets, our successes determine our decisions, and our decisions determine our destiny, in very, very brief terms, because we've just got a few seconds, of course.
Absolutely. Well, that's great insight as well. Tell me how your background as a banker and a businessman influenced your writing when putting together this book.
I only recently was influenced in doing the book. I go around meeting people, telling stories about my life, and they all say, "You want to write a book?" They want to say, "Why don't you write a book?" And they're telling me, and soon I relented and said, "Yes, I'll write it." And I did. In my mind, I was building up for a book. I didn't realize it at start, but yes. So I listen to people. Everyone's telling me to write it. They love my stories.
That's wonderful. We love your stories as well. Part of your story is the fact that you have traveled the globe quite extensively.
Yes, yes.
Tell us about how traveling the globe has influenced your perspective on life.
It's helped me to take risks for a start. I'm a risk taker. I've always landed on my feet, always done well, but I don't know. It hasn't made a big influence on me actually. I I guess my life has been a bit like yellow brick road. I go from one situation to another situation. This situation closes, another door opens. And my life has been on this yellow brick road following all of these events in my life. And I don't have time to sort of go into them, but you'll read in the book as I pass along the yellow brick road, different situations, different doors open.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best I can say. It's not a very good
Well,
answer,
I
but
think that's a great explanation. All of our lives, in many ways, are like the yellow brick road. We never know what we're going to encounter. We never know
no.
when we're going to come across those flying monkeys or the wicked witch or the good witch, Glenda. So you never
Yes.
know what life has in store for you. Let's talk about lessons learned during your life. What do you think the most important lesson you learned throughout your life is? And tell us what that might be.
That's a good one. I like to say I don't like to let the grass go under my feet. I don't like the grass to grow over my head either, but I don't like the grass to go under my feet. I'm always looking for something new. One thing I've learned is to spend quality time with my family. That's important. And I'm always learning new things. I'm still learning at the moment. I'm learning to do new things, always. I'm 82 and I'm still doing modeling in Perth, getting my picture on the back of buses and magazines. And you never stop. And that's something I've learned. I don't stop learning. I don't stop growing. I don't stop building my life and spending time with family, quality time. I used to be a runner. I ran 3 times around the universe, equivalent of. So that was a big occupation I had in the spare time. Kept me fit, kept me healthy. Sorry, I'm wandering now
Yeah.
because they're my passions.
Well, I think that's great. I think you have wonderful advice for our viewers and for your readers that you keep on doing. You stay in the game, you stay engaged, you keep on living your
Yes,
life. A lot of people will say, oh, when I was 20 years old, it was the best year of my life. The best year of your life can be right now. And you're
exactly.
living proof
That's
of
right.
that. You've just come out with this
Yes,
wonderful book, your life story. Like you said, you're engaged in the modeling career now, which is very, very intriguing as well. Before we leave you today, I want you to talk to me a little bit about the wonderful relationship with your wife. I know you begin the book with the story of you and her, and I'd like you to share a little bit of it with our audience.
My relationship, as I say, it was a wonderful love affair, but it hit rocky roads in the first 5 years until my daughter came along. And we had a wonderful life, 54 years. We were happy, never argued, we never fought, not big arguments. We got on ever so well. We learned to live with each other and we grew together. The worst part of that is she had dementia and I watched her die over 10 years. That was killing me. I nursed her for 5 years and another 5 years went to a nursing home and watched her slowly die. And that is very sad. But the feeling of love never leaves. The feeling of love and what's inside has stayed with me. She's always with me. The thoughts of her are always with me. And that's something which is very precious. The same woman which I worked so hard to get home, to get in the first instance, is the same woman, the same desire, the same love, the same heart within me is still there for my wife. And that's all I can say. It's very precious she was. She's still very precious.
Well, that's wonderful. You're very, very fortunate to have found the love of your life and have spent more than a half century
Absolutely.
together. Few people have that wonder in their life, and no doubt that love is still alive in you. You can see it in the pages of this book. The name of the book is Just One Toss of a Coin, Determined My Destiny and Can Unlock the Secret of Your Destiny. It is an intriguing memoir by Richard Danks. It takes readers on a global journey, revealing how a single coin toss can shape the course of a life. Richard's story is a testament to the power of choice and the unexpected paths it can lead us down. It's a wonderful read. It is faith affirming, life affirming, love affirming. You will truly enjoy this book. Richard, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Pleasure's been all mine, sir. Thank you for your time. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time until next time on Spotlight.